Okay, students, next topic, nutrition in animal. So, students, all of you take your book, listen carefully. Dear students, all of you study well, prepare well for periodic test 1. So, all of you read lesson 1, nutrition in plants. Then book back questions also fully completely read. Then all of you complete your classwork, 2 lessons, chapter 1 and chapter 2. So students, all of you should complete your classwork. All of you complete and send my WhatsApp number. Okay, compulsory, all of you send my WhatsApp number. All of you complete your classwork note. All of you should complete your classwork note, students. Chapter 1, nutrition in plants, and nutrition, chapter 2, nutrition in animals. Okay. Okay, next topic. Next we will going to discuss about chapter 2, nutrition in animals. Nutrition in animals. Listen, what is nutrition? Already we learned nutritions. What is nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins also. Nutritions. Okay. The animal nutritions include nutrient requirement, mode of intake of food, and its illustrations in the body. Okay, listen. What is digestion? The process of breaking down of complex food. All of you listen your book, students. Book page number 11. The process of breakdown of complex food components into simpler substances is called digestion. What is digestion? The breakdown of simple substances convert into, listen, simple substances. The breakdown of complex components food into simple substances is called digestion. The process of breakdown of complex food components into simpler substances is called digestion. Okay, the complex substances convert into simple substances, that is called digestion. Human digestive system. What is digestion? The complex substances convert into simple substances, that is a digestion. Okay, or you remember digestion, definition of digestion. Okay, listen, the various modes of feeding some animals. Okay, already we learned, just revise. Okay, snail, chewing, which food we eat, grass, then ant, insects, scarping, then eagle, flesh, then mode of feeding, swallowing, then name of animal, hummingbird, food, nectar, feeding, sucking, then lice, blood, then mode of feeding, sucking, mosquito also, blood, sucking, butterfly, nectar, so sucking, housefly, decaying matter, feeding, breathing. Okay, just revise this topic. Okay, what is the mode of feeding some animals? Next, all of you see your book, page number 12. The amazing fact, the starfish feeds on animals covered by hard shells of calcium carbonate. Underline the word, is very important, 1 mark, students. Starfish feeds on animals covered by hard shells of calcium carbonate. After opening the shell, the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth to eat soft animal inside the shell. The stomach then goes back into body and the food is slowly digested. Slowly the stomach then goes back into body and the food is slowly digestion. Okay. Next, human digestive system. Now we will going to discuss about the topic human digestive system. Okay, so students, all of you draw this diagram. Okay, all of you draw and practice human digestive diagram. All of you draw the diagram in your rough note. Practice the what are the parts of human digestive system: buccal cavity, salivary gland, esophagus, stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. So students, all of you practice this diagram, human digestive system. Okay. Okay, next. Digestion in human. Okay, already we discussed the what is digestion. The complex substances convert into simple substances is known as the digestion. Okay, the food passes through a continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anus. The canal can be divided into various compartments. What are the various compartments? Buccal cavity. All of you see your book. Buccal cavity book, page number 12. Buccal cavity, food pipe or esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, ending in the rectum and the anus. Okay, that is the compartments of food digestion. Okay, compartments of digestion, alimentary canal. All of you see your book, page number 12. Next, listen all of you. The stomach has a small intestine and various glands associated with the canal such as salivary gland, liver and pancreas secrete the digestive juice. The digestive juice convert complex substances of food into simpler ones. Listen, bile juice from the gallbladder at the food coming off the stomach. This is a liver. This one is a liver diagram. This is a liver. Bilobed liver. Okay, bilobed liver, the common bile duct. This one is a bile duct. This one is a gallbladder. This one is a gallbladder. This one is a gallbladder. Okay, next, pancreas. What is pancreas main function? Pancreas secrete the digestive juices and the digestive juice convert the complex substances food into simpler substances. Okay, the pancreatic enzymes in the pancreatic juice act on the food. This one is the yellow part is known as the, all of you see the picture, the yellow part, it is a leaf like structure. This is a pancreas. This one is a pancreas. Next, mouth and buccal cavity. Mouth and buccal cavity. Okay, the food is taken into the body through the mouth. The food is taken into body through the mouth. Okay, so first, buccal cavity. Our buccal cavity have contained teeth, tongue. Okay, first we will go to discuss about milk teeth and permanent teeth. What is milk teeth? What is milk teeth? The first set of teeth grows during infancy and they fall off at the age between 6 to 8 years. Underline the word. Which age? 6 to 8 years. They are termed milk teeth. Okay, that is a milk teeth. What is permanent teeth? The second set that replaces them are the permanent teeth. Them are the permanent teeth. Permanent teeth may last throughout life or fall off during old age or due to some dental disease. Okay, can you understand? What are the two types of teeth? Milk teeth and permanent teeth. Can you understand, students? Okay, the process of taking food into body is called ingestion. The food is taken into the mouth through the food is taken into the body through the mouth. This process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. Our buccal cavity have contained tongue and teeth. What is milk teeth? The main divisions of teeth, milk teeth and permanent teeth. The mainly milk teeth and permanent teeth. What is milk teeth? What is permanent teeth? Permanent teeth, the old age. Okay, during old age or due to some dental disease. The permanent teeth may last throughout life or fall off during old age or due to some dental disease. Okay, what is milk teeth? The first set of teeth growing during infancy period. The infancy period, that is a milk teeth. Okay. Next, what are the four types of teeth? All of you see the picture. All of you see the diagrams. Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. All of you see the diagrams. So, students, listen carefully in your book, page number 13. What are the four types of teeth? Okay, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. What are the four types of teeth? Or you remember? What are the four types of teeth? Yes, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Very good. Next. Teeth. Teeth are 4 types of teeth. Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Incisors. What is the main function of incisors? All of you fill this table. 2.2. Okay. What is incisors? What is the main function of incisors? Help in biting and cutting the food. Incisors main function, biting and cutting food. What is canines main function? Piercing and tearing the food. What is the premolars and molars main function? Same function. Chewing and grinding the food materials. Chewing and grinding the food materials. Okay. All of you fill this table. Already we learned. Okay. Number of teeth. Incisors. Lower jaw, upper jaw. Total number of teeth. Incisors. Lower jaw 4. Upper jaw 4. Total number of teeth 8. Canines. Lower jaw 2. Upper jaw 2. Total number of teeth 4. Next premolars. Premolars. Lower jaw 4. Upper jaw 10. Total number of teeth 20. Can you understand, students? What are the 4 types of teeth? Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. What are the main function of incisors, canines, premolars and molars? Incisors, cutting the food, biting and cutting the food. Canines, piercing and tearing the food. Premolars and molars? Yes, chewing and grinding the food. That's all. Next. Sweets and tooth decay. Sweets and tooth decay. All of you should take page number 14. All of you see your book, students. Sweets and tooth decay. Normally bacteria are present in our mouth, but they are not harmful to us. So we do not clean our teeth and mouth after eating. Many harmful bacteria also begin to live and grow in it. So bacteria break down the sugars present from the leftover food and release acids. The acids gradually damage the teeth. This is called tooth decay. This is called tooth decay. If not is not treated in time, it causes severe tooth decay, and extreme cases result in tooth loss. Some chocolates, sweets, soft drinks and other sugars products. Okay, that is a tooth decay. What is tooth decay? The acids gradually damage the teeth. These bacteria break down the sugars present from leftover food and release acids. These acids gradually damage the teeth. This is called tooth decay. This is a 2-mark question. Okay, so bracket the answer, 2-mark answer. That is a tooth decay. Okay, next, all of you see the activity 2.3. Okay, the saliva on starch. Okay, take a 2 test tubes. Test tubes, put on some boiled rice. Then test tube, but some boiled rice after chewing 3 to 5 minutes. Add some water, both test tubes, and pour 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution. Underline the word iodine. Which is solution? Iodine solution in each test tube. The boiled rice turns blue-black due to presence of starch. The chewed rice does not turn blue-black because the saliva converted the starch into sugar. Okay, so the blue-black color, so the starch is presence of starch. The appearance of blue-black, so the presence of starch. The 1-mark questions. The appearance of blue-black, the presence of blue-black, so the presence of starch. The appearance of blue-black, so the presence of starch. Next, tongue. Listen. Tongue has taste buds to identify the taste of food. Tongue main function, taste buds to detect the different taste of foods. The different regions of the tongue detect different tastes. Okay, bitter, sour, salt, sweet. Bitter, sour, salty and sweet. Next, listen, just recall mouth and buccal cavity. Okay, already we learned mouth and buccal cavity. Just recall. Food is taken into the body through the mouth. This process is called ingestion. This process is called ingestion. This one is a buccal cavity. All of you see the picture. The buccal cavity have contained tongue and teeth. Okay, tongue, teeth, upper lip, listen, love you, the roof of hot plate, then gums, this place is a gum, then cheek, then tongue, floor, gums, teeth, lower lip, upper lip. Okay. The mouth of the food is broken down into smaller pieces by the teeth. The mouth has salivary glands which secrete saliva. The mouth have the buccal cavity. Listen all of you. The mouth and buccal cavity. Okay. The food is taken into the body through mouth. This process is called ingestion. The mouth of food is broken down into smaller pieces by the teeth. The mouth has salivary glands. The mouth have contained 3 salivary glands. What is salivary glands main function? To secrete the saliva. Okay. Per day to saliva secrete 1500 ml. Okay, in our human being per day secrete saliva 1500 ml. Okay, saliva breaks down starch into sugars. Saliva breaks down starch into sugar. We take the food, carbohydrate rich food. The carbohydrates convert into starch. The starch convert into sugars. Okay. Then tongue helps us to mix the food with the saliva and swallow the food. Tongue's main function, the tongue helps to mix the food with the saliva and swallow the food. Can you understand? Okay. Next, food pipe and esophagus. Next one, food pipe and esophagus. All of you listen. Food pipe and esophagus. The swallow the food passes into the food pipe or esophagus. The long pipe-like structure is known as the food pipe. See the picture. All of you see your book, page number 15. See the picture and draw and practice this diagram. Okay, draw and practice this diagram in your rough note. Okay, the movement of food in the esophagus of the alimentary canal. This one is a food. Esophagus is stomach. The movement of food into the esophagus of the alimentary canal. Next one. First, stomach. First, stomach. Stomach, esophagus, mucous membrane, pylorus, the layers of muscle, then duodenum. Okay. Stomach is a thick-walled bag. The shape is like flattened U. What is the shape of stomach? U shape. Okay. Okay. Next, it receives food from food pipe. At the end of the opens into the small intestine at the other. The inner lining of the stomach secretes. The inner lining of the stomach secretes mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. Hydrochloric acids and digestive juices. So, the mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The mucus protects. All of you underline the word. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach. All of you see your book, page number 16. Okay. Next, small intestine. Next one. Next one. Stomach. The inner lining of, all of you see your book, students. Stomach. The inner lining of the stomach secrete mucus, hydrochloric acid and digestive juices. The mucus protects the lining of the stomach. The acid kills many bacteria entire along with the food and makes medium in the stomach acid and helps the digestive juices to act. The digestive juices break down protein. The digestive juices, which one is breakdown? The proteins into breakdown into simple substances. Okay. Okay. Next, small intestine. What is small intestine? The small intestine is highly coiled, 7.5 meter. The length of about 7.5 meter long. Okay. Underline the word, is very important, 1 mark. It receives secretions from liver and the pancreas. Liver and the pancreas. It all as secretes juices. The liver is reddish. Already all of you see the picture. The liver is a reddish brown color situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the right side. The bile. What is bile's main function? The bile secretes the liver main function. It is the largest gland in the body. Which one is the largest gland in the body? Liver. Okay, underline the word. Liver is the largest gland in the body. It secretes bile juice. Liver secretes bile juice that's stored in a sac called gallbladder. The bile plays an important role digestion of fats. Bile main important role, the digestion of fats. Okay. Next, the pancreas. Next, leaf-like structure is a pancreas. Pancreas is a large cream-colored gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juice also carbohydrates, fats and proteins and changes them into simpler forms. Pancreas is the largest cream-colored gland located just below the stomach. The pancreatic juices act on carbohydrates, fats and proteins and changes them into simpler forms. Okay, can you understand? Okay, next, absorptions in the small intestine. Absorption in the small intestine. The digested food can now passes into the blood vessels in the wall of the intestine. This process is called absorptions. What is absorption? Define absorption. The digested food can now passes into the blood vessels in the wall of the intestine. This process is called absorption. What is villi? The inner wall of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths. These are called villi. What is villi? The inner wall of the small intestine have thousands of finger-like outgrowths. These are called villi. Can you understand, students? Okay. This one is a villi. The finger-like outgrowths called villi. The villi increase the surface area of absorptions of the digested food. Each villi has network and thin and small blood vessels close to its surface. The surface of the villi absorbs digested food materials. Underline the word, students. It's very important, one mark. The surface of the villi absorbs digested food materials. Can you understand? Okay. Next, what is assimilation? What is mean by assimilation? What is mean by next one, assimilation? What is assimilation? Or you remember assimilation? The complex substances such as the proteins required by the body. This is called assimilation. The absorbed substances are transported the blood vessels to different organs of the body where they are used to build complex substances such as the proteins required by the body. This is called assimilation. This is called assimilation. In the cells, glucose break down with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water and energy is released. The food that remain undigested, unabsorbed enter into the large intestine. Next we will discuss large intestine. Next, tongue. Tongue has taste buds. Just to recall, taste buds to detect different tastes of food. The different regions of tongue detect different tastes. That's all. Next one, large intestine. What is large intestine? The large intestine is wider and shorter than small intestine. Large intestine, what is the length of about large intestine? 1.5 meter. Its main function, absorb water and some salt. Large intestine, what is the main function of large intestine? What is the main function of large intestine? To absorb water and some salt from the undigested food material. The remaining waste passes into rectum and remains there are semi-solid fecals. The fecal matter is removed through the anus from time to time. This is called egestion. Can you understand, students? Okay. Next, nutrition in ruminants. Okay. The grass-eating animals. Digestion in grass-eating animals. Next topic. Ruminants. What is ruminants? The animals that digest their food by the process of rumination are called ruminants. For example, cow, goat also ruminants animal. The example of ruminant animal. What is the example of ruminant animal? Cow, goat. Okay. Listen, all of you see your book, students, page number 17. Diarrhea in blue box. Okay, all of you see the box. the need to pass watery stool. Frequently, this condition is known as diarrhea. Frequently, this condition is known as diarrhea. It is caused by an infection. What is the causes of diarrhea? What is the causes of diarrhea? All of you see your book, students. What is the causes of diarrhea? Book page number 17. Infection, food poisoning or indigestion. That is the causes of diarrhea. What is listen, even before the doctor consult the patient should given plenty boiled and cold water with a pinch of salt and sugar dissolved in it. This is called the oral rehydration solution. That is a oral. What is a oral rehydration solutions? All of you underline the word oral rehydration solutions. Then what is diarrhea? What is the causes of diarrhea? Okay, what is the causes of diarrhea? Causes of diarrhea, it may be caused by an infection, food poisoning and or indigestion. Okay. Next, ruminants. What is ruminants? The animals that digest their food by process of ruminations are called ruminants. Example, cow, goat. That is a ruminant. Page number 18. All of you see the picture. Digestive system of ruminant. Just draw and practice this picture. Okay, digestive system of ruminant. Esophagus, rumen, small intestine, stomach, cecum, large intestine. So all of you draw and practice this diagram. Just to draw only this system only. Okay, digestive system. Esophagus, small intestine, rumen, stomach, cecum and large intestine. Just to draw this system only. Don't draw the outer surface. Just to draw the system. Okay, digestion in grass eating animals. Okay. Buffaloes and grass eating animals chewing continuously. Okay, already we learned. Just to revise. Okay, they quickly swallow the grass and store it in a separate part of stomach called rumen. The separate part called rumen. The food partly digested in called gut. Okay, what is gut? Underline the word. Okay, next, the gut returns to mouth in small pumps. What is a rumination? What is rumination? The gut returns to mouth in small lumps and the animal chews. This process is called rumination. What is ruminants? Listen, all of you listen carefully. What is rumen? Okay, what is rumen? They quickly swallow the grass and store in a part of stomach called rumen. Okay, next, what is gut? The food gets partly digested and is called gut. What is rumination? What is rumination? The gut returns to the mouth, the small lumps, the animal chews it. This process is called rumination. What is ruminants? These animals are called ruminants. That's all. Okay. The grass is rich in dash. What is the answer? The grass is rich in what? Yes, cellulose. The grass is rich in cellulose, a type of carbohydrate. Many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose. Many animals, including humans, cannot digest cellulose. Can you understand, students? Underline the word. Okay, next, feeding and digestion in amoeba. Feeding and digestion in amoeba. Already we learned amoebas are microscopic single-celled organisms found in pond water. Amoeba has a cell membrane, a rounded dense nucleus and many small bubble-like vacuoles in its cytoplasm. Amoeba constantly changes its shape and position. Okay, the amoeba have finger-like projections called pseudophodia. Underline the word, is very important, one mark. Pseudophodia or false feet for movement and capture of food. Amoeba feeds on some microscopic organisms. Amoeba feeds microscopic organisms. Okay. Then pseudophodia around the food particles and engulf the trapped in a food vacuoles. Okay. The digestive juices are secreted into food vacuoles. Underline the word, students, page number 19. The digestive juices or secreted into food vacuole. Listen, all of you see the picture, structure of amoeba. All of you see a picture, book page number 18. Drawn, practice this diagram. Structure of amoeba, then digestive system of ruminant. Drawn, practice in your classwork note or rough note. Drawn, practice this diagram. Practice in your rough note, okay? Amoebas, microscopic single-celled organisms like amoeba have a cell membrane, rounded dense nucleus and very small bubble-like vacuoles called cytoplasms. Amoeba changes its shape for locomotion, catching prey. Uses of Pseudophodia. Pseudophodia, what is the main function of Pseudophodia? What is the Pseudophodia? What is Pseudophodia? Pseudophodia is a finger-like projections called Pseudophodia. Or false feet. Its main function. What is the main function of Pseudophodia? For movement and capture of food. What is movement? Movement means what? Moving from one place to another place. Listen. It pushes the Pseudophodia around the food particles and engulfs. The food becomes trapped in a food vacuoles. Okay. Are you clear, students? Can you understand? Or you remember, students? Okay. So, all of you study well and prepare well for periodic test 1. Okay. So, all of you prepare well. So, students, draw and practice this structure of amoeba. Nucleus, Pseudophodia, food particle. All of you see the picture. Book page number 18. Food vacuole and adjusted wastage. Okay. So, all of you practice this diagram. Draw and practice in your rough note. Okay. Are you clear, students? Next. Amoeba feeds on some microscopic organisms. Amoeba feeds on some microscopic organism. 1 mark. Amoeba feeds on some microscopic organisms. Then pushes the Pseudophodia around the food particles. The vacuoles where digestive juices are secreted absorb all nutrients from the food. Okay. Okay, students. Okay, students, all of you prepare well for periodic test 1. So, wish you all the best, students. Then, students, all of you should write classwork note. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Already, I told Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 classwork. I will give some book back answers. Okay, so students, all of you prepare well. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, nutrition in plants and nutrition in animals. All book back questions and interior questions. So, students, all of you prepare well for the periodic test 1. Okay. Okay, wish you all the best, students. Thank you.